Hi guys, I just wanted to talk to you. Let's see, today is November 23rd, 2016, and you've been watching a lot of other group videos on my channel, and so you kind of know where I'm coming from. And every day we have more and more insights, more and more epiphanies. Our claircognizance comes through more and more just because of his energies. For those of us who are hooked in and agreeing to this ascension process, this evolution process. And, many of us came here to help and assist in this process. And a lot of us are wondering, well, what role have I had to play in this? And I mean, there's so many different roles. I mean, there's people down in the trenches who are putting their lives on lives on the line daily. Those people that have infiltrated the FBI and the CBI and all of those large military entities, if you will. For those of us who chose not to go that route, we're here just holding the light, anchoring the light into Gaia. Light is coming through us, and we're holding and anchoring into Gaia, and we're shining our light on the darkness, and we're illuminating the darkness and exposing the darkness around us just by being here. Many of us are writing books. Many of us are blogging. If you've read any of my books, you know that my stories, especially the Dragon Horse Saga, coincides with what is going on, past, present, and future. And I was just thinking today, what was my part? And everything that I've done or everything that I've resonated with has been with the energies of Gaia in her natural realms. The elementals, the animal realm, the animal kingdom, especially the horse and a few special dogs. And that got me thinking about Nico. And I know some of you saw the video after we had to help Nico cross. And, that was really hard because I knew for a long time that he was this warrior energy that came in. And from day one, he had this energy. And I knew for a long time that his body would fail before, of course, his soul or his energetic imprint would fail. And I knew that for him to lose the power and the virility of his body was going to be very hard for him. So I knew that I had to watch him closely and, realize when it was time to let him go. And it was interesting because this whole journey with him, I knew that he was my protector. And everybody says, oh, my dog's here to protect me. Well, he took his job very seriously. And if you read the Dragon Horse Saga, the first book, you kind of know about our journey, because that was the inspiration of the story with Cheyenne and Nico the wolf dog. And, Cheyenne had to save him, and which I had to do. We brought Nico home from the Dumb Friends League. They had done the neuter surgery. And I just had this really bad feeling before they even did the surgery. Just really bad feeling. And when we brought him home, he was sick. And I just kept saying, there's something wrong. And he had aspirated during the surgery. Now, he was only 2 months old, and I thought that was way too young to neuter a puppy. And we almost lost him. When I was waiting for his appointment that day back to the vet, I did Reiki on him, and I didn't know really what was wrong with him. And I just remember he had the wobbles. He was panting and his head was wobbling. And I knew when his head started wobbling, this was serious. And when I was doing the Reiki on him, I remember how he got up and walked into the bushes, my flower bushes, and vomited. And it was all this slimy, phlegmy, uh, material, you know, it was like just big slime, like it came out of his lungs. And I think that it was the catalyst to helping him survive. And ever since then, he was at my side all the time. And he was always watching. He was the watcher. Everywhere we went, he would always watch. He would always watch the woods. And people would say how, you know, if you were down at the barn with the horses and I came down the driveway and I tried to walk down the driveway, he wasn't going to let me pass. And I just remember, you know, snowstorms. I'd be out there in the snowstorm and he would have to come out with me. And I'm feeding the horses. And I just remember him sitting there watching and him looking at me like, hurry up. It's really cold out there. Get this done so we could go back in the house. And I mean, this dog has taken on coyotes. He's taken on a young bear that was around the house. I mean, he's just, and I believe that not only was he protecting me physically, but he was also protecting spiritually. And I find it very interesting because, you know, if you know anything about the jinn, you know, it's the Middle Eastern version of the devil. And, you know, the jinn were the ones that believed, they were the ones that were here before humanity. And when humanity came and, you know, Source said, hey, you have to listen to your humanity and they are here and you must do their bidding. And the jinn were like, no, we don't. We're not doing that. So they've been angry ever since. And there's a lot of information about the jinn. But one of the interesting things was the jinn were actually, the one thing that the jinn was afraid of was the wolf dog, the wolf. And Nico was a wolf hybrid. And so, you know, I just felt that he was there here doing his job, protecting me on all realms. And I just find it interesting that he was almost 16 when we had to help him cross. And this was a very tough, strong, energetic dog that we were just so surprised. He was a big dog that, you know, we're so surprised that he lived to be that long. And it was just like one day he was young and the next day he was like, I'm done. And it all coincided with the energies that were coming in. And I knew when it was time to let him go, I knew that I no longer needed his protection here on Earth. And I knew that he was here to protect me. And I kept telling him, it's okay, Nico. You can go now. You've done a great, great job. And we go and, you know, go through the Hall of Akashic Records. And you look back, you realize you did do your job the way you were supposed to. And your reward is letting you go home. And even though I thought that, it really wasn't ingrained. But with the energies coming through and people waking up right and left, you know, it's like all of the abilities, all of what humanity was supposed to be from the beginning is now awakening to that, because the dark side, you know, the dark and the light, the fight between the dark and the light, and the dark side has done such a great job at shutting all of us down and making us believe we are less than what we really are. And I just, you know, Nico going just at that time that people are realizing this is happening and how long we've been being lied to and dumbed down. And so I knew that letting him go at this time was going to be okay. And he knew that he could go now. And he knew that I would be okay. And that, you know, we ourselves are taking over and the energies are coming in now where we don't need that external protection. Now, someone did remind me, which I know better, that he's also protecting me from the other side. And he's there guiding me right along with Lucky and Aragon and Sterling. And but today I was listening to George Norrie on Coast to Coast AM, and he was interviewing David Wilcock. And, you know, some of the things that David Wilcock was talking about, you know, the the real war between the dark and the light, and how that is changing. And it just it just sunk in that, yes, what I had been getting these past few months about Nico and his crossing, and it was okay to let him go. And I was transitioning into where I could protect myself. And just listening to that, it really ingrained, and it was affirming to me that, what I was getting was true. And, so I just needed to do this. And, once again, reveal my soul to you people. Do with it what you will. Maybe something will resonate with you. If you have to laugh and make obnoxious comments, that's fine. That's where you're at. And that no longer bothers me anymore. I've grown beyond that. And, but anyways, we're in such great times. This is just the most great time to be alive. And yeah, we have our ups and downs, and we're getting glimpses of what's coming, and that the dark energies are letting up. And some days I wake up and I'm like, yes, it's finally here. And you just, the love, you just thinking about love, it's emotional, and you want to cry all day long because of it. And then the next day it kind of goes away. And, so we're still in that battle. And so, just I want to tell everybody, just keep up the work. And even if you're here just to anchor the light into Gaia and illuminate it, exposing the darkness, that is fantastic. So everybody, don't feel like you have to actually go in the trenches and give your life. A lot of these people that are doing that, they're already so evolved that they don't have to go through a lot of the stuff that we've chosen to go through. So, what a great ride. What a great ride. So I just wanted to contact with you guys, just me one-on-one, and, how this all intermingles in the aha moments that I'm still having. And when I look back and writing the Dragon Horse, the first 2 books of the Dragon Horse saga, and how, I'm because when I wrote it, some of the things are like, where does this come from? Where is this coming from? And now today, a lot of it is really making sense. And it's making sense to me. And if anything, it's been helping me on my journey of self-discovery. And so anyways, go Homo Luminous. And I'll talk to you the next time I get some inspiration. Thanks a lot, guys.